This is obviously potentially nothing. Like, I want everyone to know deep in their hearts that this is 99% nothing. You shouldn't think about this, you shouldn't look at this, you shouldn't do anything with this. However, as we talked about, if you go to Koroto's Mystery Shack, right there, in the movie, in the post-credits scene, there is this awfully cheeky line. If there's a sequel or anything, let's go see it together. Now, could this just be a very, you know, because if you haven't seen the post-credits scene, it's on YouTube, you can watch it, but it's just a very, very wholesome thing of them basically talking about how we watch the series, right? It's like, oh, we waited 10 years for this. Oh my god, you're not even in the theory Reddits. Oh, you have no idea. Like, there's so much stuff that was unresolved. And Mika says, well, maybe they wanted to leave stuff for interpretation. It's basically us, right? It's, again, playing with the audience, the thing that the anime has always done. So, if there's a sequel or anything, let's go see it together. There'll be further updates in the future. Now, this website, I'm already on English. It's not a good website. It's a very, very janky website, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that, or it's just, hydrate, okay. Or if it's just like the usual Japan thing of not really having the best looking websites. I don't know why, but that is the case. I think Chris made a video about this, about how Japanese websites are all really, really bad. This one's not like horrible, but it's not great. And the only thing this one has is basically just relisted like premium versions of the volumes, and nothing really else, right? It's all in Japan, but yeah, in Japanese, but you know. So we'll have to wait and see. I do think, like, if you want my completely honest opinion, it's gonna be a very cynical one. I just don't see them leaving this franchise alone. I think it's literally as simple as that. It's not even about what Isayama wants to do and what, like, studio, whoever holds the IP now. I don't, probably Mappa. No, but didn't Mappa renew the license? They might have renewed the license. I don't remember, but point is, I don't see them just leaving Attack on Titan alone. So whether it's going to be adapting before the fall, or anything else that the series is already in, like the school cast thing also hasn't been adapted. There's technically a bunch of stuff that they could adapt. I think there's gonna be something new. Is it going to be an actual sequel / prequel? That I severely doubt. But then again, does Isayama need to write a manga for a new thing? I don't even know. If he wanted to make a new story in the Attack on Titan universe, they could probably get together and just, like, write an actual, like, I don't know if you would call it a screenplay or whatever, but, you know. This website is actually tame. Most Japanese websites have so much visual clutter. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like a lot of their websites are incredibly bloated and everything is really slow. Like, my internet is incredibly fast. The fact that I need to wait whenever I click a button, that's a bit weird. What if Studio Wit announced they will adapt the last season? I am willing to bet 9 of my 10 toes that Wit will not, in fact, be animating the final season. I'm sure Isayama and Hiroshi Saiko can cook something up. I mean, the way Isayama wrote his story, and the way really he did everything in the story, I think he could easily write a novel and then just turn that into a thing. Or not even write a novel, just go straight to an actual cinematic experience type of deal, you know? Like, whatever it is, whether it's a movie or an anime or whatever. I don't think, like, the manga is really necessary if he really wanted to do something. Unless he wants to make a new manga, I don't know. But it feels like with how he treated the anime with a lot of stuff too. I want story from future Attack on Titan or something really, really far back, like the first Marley Revolt. I want two things. Either I want the Great Titan War, right? Because politics, Game of Thrones, obviously, that's one thing I want. Or I want the story of how actually Parody fell. Now, I don't think that would involve Titans. Unless the post-credits scene really reveals the fact that, you know, the Titans are going to be back. But I don't really think Isayama would want to mess with the ending Because I think the ending, a lot of the stuff that was purposely left vague, I think it was purposely left vague, and I don't think Isayama would want to explore it. In the same way he didn't explore, like, deeper implications about the source of all organic life, or life, or whatever, right? I think that's just, like, as Mikasa said, left for interpretation. But a Great Titan War prequel, I would kill for that. Which toe are you keeping is a secret. Let him enjoy his onsen. The picture where he... let me see if I can find it. This picture right here. I use this in the videos all the time. So this is something Isayama said in an interview, okay? I think this was about, like, what is he going to do after Attack on Titan? Yes, I have a project in mind. Once Attack on Titan is over and I successfully hurt everyone, I dream of opening a spa with the tears and sweat of my readers. A Japanese onsen, not a manga. It means pool of suffering. Look at him. Pool of suffering. We need to visit. I don't know if I want to. Are you implying that he isn't doing it? I don't know exactly the interview this is from. I don't know. I've just seen the meme floated around. Because in terms of meme potential, this is beautiful. I do wonder. Because, like, if you think of the Death Note author, what was his name? Tsugumi Oba. I thought so. So he wrote Star Platinum. He wrote Platinum End, right? And if you look at, like, Death Note and Platinum End, the core DNA is exactly the same. It's like a intricate game with intricate rules. And that's just, like, his style. So I do wonder if Isayama wrote something after Attack on Titan. Would it also be a messed up, really, really messy character drama? I'd be very curious about that. Because I feel like a lot of these authors who basically make a perfect thing and they find, you know, their groove, like Vince Gilligan is another one. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are both incredibly messy character dramas, right? Where, like, everyone's not really, like, there really isn't a good guy. There are some characters who are good, but it's about just messy people doing messy things. So it would be interesting what he does next. I still can't get over the fact they added the characters in an onsen as Easter eggs when Zeke and Eren entered the pants. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that because I have thoughts about that. I do. I have actually big thoughts about that. We'll get to it eventually. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of the goofs and gaffs in my series that is incredibly detail-centric. I'm not. Yeah, Nerd Armin and Goth Mikasa is also in there. He will go into his farm arc and write something in which there are no enemies. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. To be fair, like, Attack on Titan wasn't really just about like Eren's philosophy of there being enemies and not, right? Like, he could easily delve deeper into, like, Zeke's whole thing, for example, which was just about the suffering of life itself, you know? That's been explored somewhat with characters like Dio in JoJo, right? With, like, the whole accelerate time thing, and then you know your fate, and if you know your fate, well, then there's nothing to fear. That's, like, an interesting spin on that as well. I think he could explore... I mean, I think Isayama is a very thoughtful guy. I think if he were to write a new series, it would be philosophical by default. They must be hinting to a slice of life at an alternate world with a nonsense scene, Nerd Armin and Goth Mikasa. I mean, I'd be down. I genuinely would. If they literally just did a Attack on Titan, everyone is happy, and we just see, like, slice of life with Eren, Mikasa, and Armin... But Armin can't be a nerd. Armin is such a cool character in the main show. He can be an annoying nerd. Because I wouldn't like him. Armin is one of my favorite characters in the entire show, in the main show. But if he's an annoying nerd, he might be annoying. I'd be stressed something could go wrong. What if he's a buff nerd? As long as he's not annoying, I'm sure we'd get along. But if he's annoying, then no deal. Then no deal. I'm gonna keep coping that there's gonna be something new. It can be over. It can be over. Isayama will edge us to think there'll be a plot twist by triggering references to his various Chekhov's guns in the original series. Imagine an alternate story where they're going to school or something, and there's a random hole in one of the wooden boards of the wall, and the trio is just looking at it. It's like, I feel like something's wrong. Nah, it's fine, and they just walk away. I think that would be genius. Just like the entire series is based around clowning on the viewer.